What up YouTube, it's Dynamo back again with the best under 21 video. So basically I decided that I should do my predicted FIFA 17 best under 21 team. Now the reason I am doing this is because basically 2015-16 season is coming to an end, and now these players won't really lose potential or gain that much potential or overall really unless something major happens in Euro 2016, because I believe all of these players will either be involved somehow, but some of them might not. But basically, I decided that since it's coming to an end of the season, why not rate the players I believe will be the highest rated potential players in FIFA 17. So let's get straight into it with Gianluigi Donurruma. Now the guy plays for AC Milan, has played over 20 times for them. 73 overall currently, 16 years old in FIFA 16 at the start of a career mode. Will probably be 17 at the start of FIFA 17's career mode with an 86 potential rating now. Probably get an 88. He is basically the carbon copy of Simon Scuffet in the sense that they are both Italian. They both are very young with amazing potential rating, similar overalls, and will probably have similar potential rating in the next FIFA. Now this guy is basically Simon Scuffet from FIFA 15 and I believe FIFA 16 in the beginning, where he was rated very highly. This guy is another player who was called the next Buffon, basically exactly like Simon Scuffet. Will he actually reach that potential? Maybe, maybe not. Not too sure if Gianluigi Donurruma will even make it far. But the truth is, the guy has potential. I've seen him play, I've seen his saves, I've seen the memes. The guy is good. I'm not sure if he'll be that good, better than Buffon, close to Buffon's level. Not too sure if he will, but definitely a legend in the making if everything goes right. Next up is Hector Bellerin, the man from Arsenal. Now he is basically Arsenal's best player. Someone will say Ozil, someone will say Sanchez, others will say Czech, some Koscielny, and maybe that one drunk guy in the corner of the bar will say Giroud. But Hector Bellerin is their most consistent player. He's always running, one of the fastest players in football at the moment. I think Aubameyang is faster than him, but Hector Bellerin is a goddamn speedster. Absolute brilliance on the ball sometimes. He has good passing, good attacking instinct. He feels like a modern day fullback, someone that you really want in your team if you're playing the type of football that modern day managers have implemented in the team. Attacking fullbacks who get the ball into the box, consistent basis, good passes, good assists on a consistent basis. I think he got a fair few assists this season, and I think 1 or 2 goals this season, which is absolute brilliance from the guy. There's no doubt that the guy has potential and will probably have a 78, 79 overall and an 86, 87 potential rating thanks to Team of the Season votes for the PFA. So the guy's is the best right back at the moment when it comes to potential. Next up is Jonathan Tah and Kurt Zouma, my centre back partnership. If you haven't seen my best under 21 German team, go and check out it now. It'll basically give you much more of an overview on Jonathan Tah and why I think he's the best young centre back in the game. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown. The fact of his strength, brilliant defensive attributes, and the fact that he has 88 potential, as well as Kurt Zouma. Jonathan Tah plays for Bayer Leverkusen while Kurt Zouma plays for Chelsea. Jonathan Tah has had an amazing season, probably an amazing enough season to actually have 88 potential rating, one of the highest ratings potential for a centre back, tied with Kurt Zouma if I am correct, after searching far and wide for potential centre backs. Kurt Zouma is another player. He got injured recently, or a fair few months ago. I'm not too sure when he got injured, but I know he got injured this season. A poor injury. I'm not even sure if it was a challenge. I just know he got injured, truthfully. He got injured. I think it ended his season. Maybe he'll be back. Not too sure, really. But Kurt Zouma is definitely one of those players. A world-class player in the making, really. I don't know how Chelsea were able to snatch the man. If he learns from John Terry and does not take a single word of advice from Gary Cahill, he has the chance of being world class in real life and will probably have a similar potential and overall, because not one season will determine how bad the guy is. Well, Jonathan Tah deserves what he has gotten with good overall and a perfect player for an up-and-coming team. Next up is Luke Shaw, the left back from England. Now he's the third player who plays in the Premier League so far, because there is quite a bit young talent in the Premier League. He is the youngest under 21 player when it comes to potential rating. What I mean by this, of course, is because I just lost my mind for a second, and he is one of the younger players in the team. He has consistently shown his ability over the past 2 seasons at Southampton and at Manchester United at his first season. I think it was £30 million signing. He has done well in his first season. Injuries really pulled him back from reaching his potential. This season, after that double leg break from Hector, I believe, ended his season. But somehow I heard that he's going to Euro 2016 to be the starting left back. Good luck, England. Why don't you just play me as your midfielder? I'm not even English certified. You'll probably get knocked out in the first 5 minutes. 9-0 down. Because if you're going to play a guy who just literally just came back from a serious injury like this as your starting left back. Because maybe that's bullshit, but I heard that Roy Hodgson wants to bring the guy to Euro 2016. He admitted that he wanted to bring Luke Shaw along. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. The guy needs to get back to his best. I don't know what you're thinking, Roy Hodgson. Well, you do play Rooney instead of Vardy, so maybe that's your problem. But let's get past that. Luke Shaw will definitely keep his potential, but probably lose a bit of overall ratings because he hasn't really played that much this season. Next up is Yuri Telemans, the man from Belgium. The kid is an absolute G when it comes to midfield. Seen him play for Anderlecht a fair few times. Good passing on the boy. Absolute brilliant passing. His finishing is not the greatest. I saw him sky one from 30 yards out. I thought it was going in, and then it actually just went another direction completely. The guy can shoot from what I've seen, but probably has scored a fair few of goals in real life. But the fact of the matter is the guy's a playmaker. He's a deep-lying midfielder. Good, he sprays passes like Gerrard in his later years. Gets those balls forward. Perfect type of holding midfielder. Next to a more defensive-minded midfielder, but he's the perfect, more of attack-minded midfielder next to the holding man. He is probably one of the most highest potential players in the team, and had 90 at the beginning of this season and FIFA 15. But unfortunately, he's at 88 now due to not starting that much in the Belgian Pro League. Next up is Dele Alli. Just go watch his Crystal Palace goal, and that will basically sum up how good the guy is. The most assists for a teenager in Europe's top 5 leagues. That's amazing in itself. He has 11 assists in the Premier League, if I'm correct, as well as meaning he's 7 assists behind Ozil. The guy's 19. He's not better than Ozil. I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying he has the potential to be a better playmaker. We don't know. He's only 19, but maybe the fact that he looks better because he has a better striker in Harry Kane. When you compare, well, Theo Walcott and Giroud, they're one terrible striker combined, truthfully. But Dele Alli has proven himself as becoming one of the best young players in the world, and definitely a gem. Real Madrid have, I believe, wanted to buy him next season, not this season. He's probably going to leave him for one more season and then buy his release, trigger his release clause. I'm not too sure. I read it somewhere. I'm not even sure if I'm correct. But basically, he's definitely a target for Real Madrid. Next up is Alen Halilovic as my right midfielder. The guy is basically Modric. I really think he's like Modric from what I've seen in the highlight reels. But remember, the highlight reels can make me look better than Messi and Ronaldo combined. But the fact of the matter is the guy is good from what I've seen. Good passing. Good control. Definitely a right midfielder in my mind. He's not really the best suited to be a cam. Sporting Gijon, he had a good season, good passing, good ball control, good spraying of passes. He's done well, in my opinion, and will probably be a rotational player for Barcelona next season. I think they need to ease him into the first team and show him that Barcelona really want to use him in the team. And probably he'll replace Rakitic over time as their Croatian midfielder. Basically how Kovacic is going to try and do that to Modric, but Kovacic is somehow shit this season because he decided to join Real Madrid because he thinks he's better than everybody on the planet. But let's get straight to our next player in Ousmane Dembele. He is my cam. I think he's better than Dele Alli. He's better than Alen Halilovic, but he plays in a more weaker league, considering the fact that PSG kind of like won the league like in 25 games or something. I'm not even sure how little games they won the league in, but they won it very, very early. But Ousmane Dembele has really been a consistent performer. The same league where Eden Hazard proved that he was a great player, but he has been showing that he can be great if he chose to, which is terrible. But this is also a league where Dimitri Payet played his trade, where he showed people how he passed. This is where West Ham bought him from. And Ousmane Dembele is another player that the football community should be looking at. 12 goals, 10 assists if I'm correct, in League 1. That's absolutely amazing for a young player. At only 19, he's been tipped to go to Barcelona for a £36 million bid, which was rejected, by the way. He's been tipped to go to Spurs and Arsenal. Arsenal and Spurs just want every young player in the world, it seems. Come on, man. One of you guys need to decide when to just give up. Next up is Kingsley Coman. I feel like I've been rushing a bit, but I'm going to talk a bit more about Kingsley Coman. I think he's a bit underrated in the sense that he plays really well as a footballer. He's like a combination of an old-fashioned winger with a hint of new-fashioned winger. He's like a modern-day winger combined with an old-fashioned winger. He has the pace. He runs down the wing. He can play a good ball into the box. He is a real threat to full-backs, something that most wingers don't seem to be attacking down the wings. They like cutting in and taking a shot and scoring a stunner, but 90% of the time you're not Iron Robin. But the fact of the matter is the guy has potential. I think higher than he's 86, will probably get an 88. He's won the league in 3 different countries, 3 major leagues in Europe. Now he's definitely not been the main man in any of those. Maybe you could say to an extent he has helped Bayern Munich. I haven't seen him in PSG or Juve, but he has played his part of Bayern's midfield and has done quite well for his age. 78 overall, one of the best young players in the game, in the world currently. I think he was 3rd on the list of best young players in the world when it comes to teenagers, which is amazing. So he definitely deserves a better potential than what he has now. With good ball control, good dribbling, good pace, all he really needs now is a good finishing, and he's the perfect modern day winger that football has not really seen that many break in and stay in. Next up is the last man on the list is Breel Embolo, the man from Basel, the Switzerland-born striker. Now the guy is absolutely brilliant. If you played manager mode, you know about this guy already. I don't even need to speak about it. But the fact of the matter is he had another solid season for Basel, it seems. From what I've seen, he scored about 20 goals. About 50 goals for Basel in his career, if I'm correct. I might be totally wrong. He might have only 1. But the fact of the matter is he's a goal scorer. He's a proven goal scorer. He does it in the Europa League. He does it on a weekly basis for Basel. He consistently shows himself as a world-class player. He has pace. He has strength. He has ball control. He's everything you want in a modern-day striker. Unless you want to cross in the ball like a target man, he's not the man for you. But he's definitely a player to be watching in the future. He has been named, I think, 5th or 6th in the best teenagers in football at the moment of 2015. Beating Dele Alli and I believe coming below Kingsley Coman. Now the guy definitely deserves to be in the top 3, let alone in the top 10. He deserves it way more than any other player on the list, and he's definitely my favorite attacking player when it comes to potential in the game. So, that's all I need to say about Breel Embolo, and I gotta say, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you survive this long, buy yourself something nice. I know you want to. You deserve it for actually surviving this long into the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.